we have Jasmine who's coming up next. She's going to come in and she's just going to share more vision with us, and she's going to talk to us about this little lingerie, honey, okay, and how it's far more. Jasmine, don't laugh at me, honey. But how it's far more than just lingerie and slipping something on. There's a transformation that can take place. And so she's going to share her heart with us tonight, her passion. Again, she's been very intentional about her mission and her vision for her brand. And so I'm super excited. So Jasmine, come on, honey.
Hello.
Oh, okay, with the nice voice.
I had to give you my.
I wasn't ready. Hello. Oh, honey, save that for later. Oh, y'all are hilarious. Okay, so Jasmine is going to, for one, Jasmine, I want for you to first share your vision that you have. Share how you decided with the name that you chose for your business. Tell us those great things.
The vision, this is so funny. It's funny because I'm used to asking the questions, like I'm used to interviewing, not being interviewed. Creme de la Intimates, creme of the creme, best of the best, top shelf, okay? That's what Creme Intimates comes from, and not in the sense of creme, the best of the best in lingerie, but the best of the best in intimacy for me, the best of the best of me. And so that's what that comes from, praying that by introducing people to this type of a sacred space, because intimacy could be intimacy with God, intimacy with yourself, definitely intimacy with your spouse. Hopefully with coming into that and believing that you find your new sense of womanhood, your new sense of sexiness. Like sometimes we want to shy away from our sexiness, and it's like, why does my cleavage offend you? So I just want us to, as women, to not only be better with our self-care, but better with just loving us. And having a baby recently, it's forced me to be intentional about my self-care. And for me, you probably hear her in the background, but for me, it's been nighttime. That's the time when she's down. My husband has his space before we go to bed together, and I have my space, and I can go take my long showers. I could do my facial mask. I can come out feeling and smelling all good. So that's the whole grand scheme of it. It's funny, I've always wanted to sell lingerie since I was in college. My freshman year of college, I've always had a dream of selling lingerie. Even with the name Creme de la Intimates, it's just that now it's meant so much more to me. And I think God wanted to hold it to now so that it could still, it can have the purpose that he needs it to have.
Awesome. I love it. So in speaking of purpose, can you tell me just some about what do you, for the women who will support you, who will purchase, who will, place their orders even this evening, what do you want for them to experience when they slip it on, honey? Because again, the men get the benefit, okay? But it's really about how we feel. Well, how y'all feel, honey, because I'm not married, okay? But what do you, and when we think about purpose and really launching something from your freshman year up till now, after going through many transitions, you're married now, you're a mom now, just operating your own business, what do you want for those to feel and experience when they do purchase your clothes, your items, and try those on for the first
time? I want women to feel like women. I want women to feel sexy and sensual, and not the super mom or the super wife. We wear a cape, not the super employee, not the super sister, not the strong Black woman. I just want us to feel good, to feel like a woman. And a lot of times we miss that. And it can even get to the point, if I can keep it real, after doing the day and all that it entails, and you realize, like, okay, I still have to be intimate with my partner, going to get ready for that moment still doesn't become about you. And so I want us to feel us first. I want us to feel love first. And even if it's not about slipping on lingerie, like, you deserve to look good. You deserve to feel good. My mom said the other day, we do a whole lot to get ready to go out the door, but we give ourselves the bare minimum, when it's time to go to bed. And so I want to redefine bedtime.
Okay, redefine bedtime. That's a book or something. Write it down.
And whatever that means, redefining bedtime, whether that's sexually, whether that's just self-care, whatever that means, that has become the perfect time for me to feel like me is right before I go to bed now.
So it's a gift to yourself. And it serves as a way for you to reconnect truly with Jasmine, because as you said earlier, we have all these different layers, all these different roles, all these different hats that we wear. But in us choosing ourselves, we're choosing, for one, a better tomorrow, because we're taking time today to pour into ourselves. But there's a lot of just connectivity that's able to happen when we create the space for that.
Absolutely. And when you receive, it's funny that you said it's like a gift to yourself. My husband was like, you putting so much into the packaging, but I want it to feel like a gift. When you open it and you'll see it later, it's really like for you. Use it however you please, but it's for you, and you'll see that later.
I love it. And if you all have any questions right now, feel free to drop them in the chat. Because again, it's a very open space. It's not a space of judgment. If you're curious about something, again, intimacy has different levels. Companionship has different levels. And so, of course, I don't know everyone's, marital status here tonight, but there's nothing off guard. Well, not off guard. There's nothing off limits. And it won't catch us off guard. So we're prepared for absolutely anything. So feel free to drop those in the chat. This is not just a conversation that Jasmine and I are having. You're invited into this conversation, into this dialogue. So Jasmine, I want to talk specifically about, because something you mentioned earlier kind of prompted this thought for me. There's this whole idea that as women, and we can all, agree that modesty, is great to have. Where do you think your liberty or liberation or freedom comes from in knowing that as a woman, it's fine for me to show off my curves, a little bit of cleavage, it's not going to hurt anyone? Where did you kind of start to navigate towards that liberty for yourself?
I have a hard time. Okay, let me start with this. I understand presenting yourself like a lady. I'm not saying go dress and do whatever. I understand respecting your body and the way you present it and not showing everything. But there are some cultures who don't wear bras. They don't wear a shirt. They don't wear a bra. The titty just out, And so but here, not that I would. Jamal downstairs would kill me, okay? Not that I would. But if I was to go outside now with all of that out, it's just so offensive. And it's like, this is my body. So I'm not saying that we should, just exploit everything, but we can get caught up in not wanting to offend other people with our sexiness, not wanting to present ourselves as a certain way because we're dressed too sexy. And it's like, I have to downplay my beauty, my body that I worked hard for, or my body that I'm still learning to love. Some of us are there. I have to downplay that instead of it being push back on the man to learn how to respect woman. I'm just being me and my sexiness, but I have to downplay me because you can't control yourself as a man. That is something that has always made me uneasy. And so that's what that comes from. And I hope that you understand the heart behind what I'm saying. I'm not saying that we as women can just go dressed out as hoochie mamas or whatever, but I think that we should learn how to embrace our beauty, embrace our sensuality, embrace our sexiness.
Yes. And more yes. I could not agree more. I do think, and I was curious about that because I've had the conversation several times with other women where it is the idea of, oh, I can't wear this because X, Y, or Z may happen, or X, Y, or Z may be said, and all of those different things. But at what point were we taught to be ashamed of our bodies, or that we could not just, exist? If I decide to walk out completely butterball naked in the street, that's not an invitation to you. You can admire, okay? But it's not an invitation, for anything. And again, we all understand modesty and the importance of, like you said, being a lady, so to speak. But I do believe that a lot of society has made us feel as though our bodies are not to be celebrated in just a regular way, but it's to be exploited in other ways. And so It's just if you can appreciate it in this realm, why can't you appreciate it just in any other realm? Yeah, and so I love that, and I think we deserve to to be free. We deserve to not wear a bra if we don't want to. Like, that's a lot. I don't like them. But anyway, so that's just my little rant, y'all. Again, if y'all have questions, drop them in the chat. We're here all night. Not really, because it's work day. But but yeah, so, and with that, I would love to know, just when you first spoke with Jamal about what you deciding, hey, I'm really gonna do this. What was his mindset? What was his expression, I guess, whenever you told him that you were officially doing it?
I think Jamal benefits greatly of me trying on pieces to make sure they fit right, to make sure the sizing is right. I was telling, I believe, Christian earlier that he even helps me name some of the pieces. He's very involved. And so his reaction was support. What I was hesitant about, I was not nervous about asking him about selling lingerie pieces. I was more nervous about the other component, the blog and the podcast that I eventually want this to morph into. Bedtime stories, unfiltered, intimate conversations, sex talk for women of faith. And so I know that requires a certain sense of transparency for me and my experiences, whether that's past or present. And so I wanted to make sure that he was okay with that. And my husband, being who he is, understanding who I am, understanding the purpose and transparency and ministry, he supported that. He understands what these conversations will be about. He's not interested in being a part of the conversation, but he trusts me. He trusts me to represent our marriage well, and he trusts me to do my ministry as I need to do it.
Awesome. Yes, I love that. Okay, I have one more question, and then we're going to go into some reviews, honey. So with the, I guess one thing you mentioned in terms of with your podcast, it's the idea of sex talk for married Christian women or Christian married women, or the conversations that people oftentimes take off the table. Tell me why it's so important for those conversations to happen, and for those to happen often, without there being a filter involved.
Right. So the blog is currently on the website. Like I said, it's going to morph into a podcast when this new mother gets time. But what it is unfiltered bedroom talk for women of faith, all women, no matter of marital status. Some of you may remember when Angela Yee did a podcast called Lip Service. Okay. I want to be on that type of time. Not as, out there, but just those conversations that we need to have, how to keep your poom poom right, what it need to be smelling. I mean, like, we don't talk about that. A lot of times we don't grow up with that type of information, and it's certainly not talked about in the church, because who's talking about sex in church, right? Married Christian people don't have sex, right? It's the craziest thing in the world to me. And so even with transitioning into motherhood and still maintaining the sex life, after you done had a whole baby come out of you, but you want me to bust it open, what? So all of that, I want us to have a safe space. So even if you don't want to talk about it, I'll talk about it. I'll get the expert. We'll have a conversation and you just listen in. Currently, there is a blog on there about vajacials, like keeping the appearance of your vagina up. We do facials all the time. There's a such thing as vajacials to help with those ingrown hairs and things like that. One of my sister has introduced me. You see my diffuser? This has become my best friend. There are essential oils that are natural aphrodisiacs. Let's get those flowing in the bedroom, you know, during those times when we just don't feel like it. Just all of those types of conversations. And most importantly, what does God say about sex? We always like to throw out, oh, the bedroom is undefiled. Do you even know what that means? So I just want us to open our mindsets and have the conversations, answer the questions that a lot of people are burning to, you know, have or ask, but they don't have a safe space because they don't want to be judged by their Christian friends.
That is so important and it's so helpful. And we do have a question, but I'll do a comment for you really quickly. I think that's going to be powerful because, like you said, people make it seem as though sex is totally taboo, but that's how we reproduce. That's how, you know, that's another level of intimacy. So I love that you're creating that space and that platform for people to have those real conversations. Because more often than not, people can feel very isolated about something that they're going through or something that they're feeling, when really, when you start to vocalize those things, you realize other people are also transitioning through those things. So I have Miss Janae, and I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, Janae. But she said, where did the confidence come from for you to even get into to go into those topics? The topics of, you know, raise boom, boom room and all that stuff.
I have always kind of went against the grain as a radio personality. You know, outside of this, when we were doing rhythm and praise, we would have those conversations that made people uncomfortable. And I'm just that person that I don't mind addressing the uncomfortable topics. And I have found that God places me in certain spaces to be able to minister in that type of way. I always said that I was afraid to get saved or dedicate my life to Christ because I felt like it was going to be boring. Like, what do y'all talk about? What do y'all do? What do y'all listen to? And so I find a lot of joy in being able to see what the hot topics are, what's the conversations that need to be had, so that we're not questioning it to ourselves, but we are talking about it and applying Bible to it, applying spirituality to it. So I don't know if it's a confidence thing or if it's more of just an obedience thing.
Obedience. You see the need, you meet the need. You feel like the pushing to make sure that other, because again, if you're thinking it or questioning it, someone else is as well. So I love that, the obedience. Does anyone else have any other questions before we get into our review? Honey, and look at Leatrice coming in here because she was actually our giveaway winner. Congratulations. We'll be sending you a direct message once once the live is over to make sure that we get your information for pickup and shipping and all those great things. So what we're gonna do now, we do have Brittany or B who's with us tonight, and she's gonna actually offer a review. She's been able to try on some of Jasmine's articles. And she's going to let us know how she felt in them, what she thought about them. And so, Brittany, take it away.
Hey, guys. Thank you. Jazz, I'm proud of you. I just want to start that off. You know, I'm proud of you. Gonna make me cry. But so I did go visit Jazz in Charlotte, and I was able to snag something from her. I was not leaving the house. I had to keep reminding her, I need this size, and I need it now. So she surprised me with a piece. I have it, and I'm gonna show you. So I did wear it already. So this is my piece. Lace at the bottom. It did come with a little thong. I love this piece when I tried it on because I did not know it had the bra strap in the back. So if you're 32, 34, 36, so on and so forth, I didn't know it had this. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's kind of dope. And I really loved it. So this part right here, this lace part right here, I have a Victoria's Secret piece similar to this. This is so much softer than that Victoria piece. And I was like, oh, okay, Jazz, come through with the fabric. But I tried it on. I loved it. I love the bows. I love the little piece right here. I did wash it already. I washed it and I put it on low heat. No little strings came out, no tears, no nothing. It's still like brand new. So it's good quality in the wash machine and the dryer. As far as how I felt, I'm a bold person, as a lot of Jazz friends, mama, sister, all y'all, hey. As a lot of people know, and I love it. I was taking pictures. I was doing my selfies. Like, I was so confident in my piece that I want more. I already told her I want every piece in the line because I need all of it. So I definitely suggest with this piece, it was a medium large. I could actually fit a small in it, just depending on how you want everything to fit. I'm a mama 3. I do have stretch marks. I have love handles. I have, all that. And I still was confident in it and I didn't care. I felt great, amazing. So yeah, go buy those pieces.
Yay, awesome. Thank you. So I do have a question. Did you feel like a woman? Because that's Jasmine. She wants me to feel like a woman, honey.
Absolutely. I think that's the reason why she gave me the more provocative piece, because she already knew like I was going to be like, yes, come through, Jazz.
Yes, I love it. Awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're actually going to play another review as well from someone who's also been able to try on the items and whatnot. And so stay tuned for that, you guys.
Can y'all see?
Yes.
Hey guys, I'm Jasmine D, if you don't know. So today I'm going to be reviewing some lingerie pieces for you, something sexy, something to keep everything spicy in the bedroom, or even if you're alone, just keep it sexy for yourself. So today's review comes from Creme Intimates, and I'm gonna do the whole unpackaging and everything for you. So I received the package in this cute mailer. It's like a purple, bluish, poly mailer. So cute. And let's get to opening. Right. So it comes like this. As you can see it with the tag on it. Creme de la Intimate. Can you see it? Yeah, there it is. So very cute. Comes with a nice little satin bow. The tag that has the Facebook and Instagram on there, so you can go ahead and follow. All right, let's get to opening. Gonna remove that. Save that bow for later. Oh, how cute! It has rose petals inside, guys. I hope you can see it. Nice, cute satin rose. It's a whole experience. A nice card. Creme de la Intimates. So cute. The back. And let's see what piece I was blessed with today. Oh, okay. Ooh. So we have, this is what she looks like. Oh, there it is. This is what she looks like, guys. Trying to get her to focus. Boom. So sexy, little spaghetti strap. Boom, 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 boom. With the open middle to show off that knit drift. And y'all know I've been working on my 6-pack, so. Oh, yes, ma'am. With the cheeky bottoms. So cute. Look at the design. You see it? That's very cute. And in the back. How cute is that? So, I'm definitely gonna try this on for you guys just so you can see like how it looks against melanin skin. And also just to see like the flow of everything. But this is very, very sexy, very cute. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna take some pictures and videos and show you guys. Can't wait to keep it sexy in my bedroom. If you guys want to order, make sure you go to the website because they will be launching very, very soon. So that's Creme de la Intimates at cremeintimates.com. Get you some sexy pieces, ladies.